Here at Living Waters Desert Stream, we minister to both Catholics and Protestants with the goal being integration or chastity, however you want to put it. The common motto today for identification is, I feel, therefore I am. Like that's sort of the thesis today.
There are various dangers one could point to. What one could say that ultimately they're rooted in the idea that as a person, I am my feelings rather than my body. And therefore there's a tendency to identify the me as something that inhabits my body, a little bit like an astronaut inhabits his spacesuit. So I think that's one danger of over-psychologizing what it means to be a human being. We need to realize that, to use Catholic terminology, we're hylomorphic. As Christians, we believe that we are a union of matter and soul. We are body and soul. One cannot prioritize the one at the expense of the other.
The moment that we allow anybody to identify, for example, as gay or lesbian, it opens the door, so to speak, to a host of identifications.
I mean, I think this is one of the contradictions in some ways of the sexual revolution. I had a very interesting but very brief exchange about a year and a half ago with a board member at the LGB Alliance in the United Kingdom that had just won an important lawsuit relative to their charitable status because they are not trans-affirming. And a trans-affirming group were trying to get them stripped of their charitable status. And thankfully, the LGB Alliance won that case. But I wrote a little article on it and made the point that on the one hand, I thought it was a good victory. It was a good victory for common sense in terms of protecting kids. On the other hand, I thought that the problem with the LGB is they kind of want to have their cake and eat it. On the one hand, they rightly affirm the importance of the sexed human body for sexual attraction. On the other hand, as soon as you identify as gay or lesbian, you're effectively denying the sexual telos of the body. Our body is designed to be united sexually in certain ways and not in certain other ways. If you're a gay person, you're immediately saying, well, that telos doesn't really apply. So you're already downgrading the importance of the sex nature of the human body. And I would say you're over halfway to the trans issue at that point. You're beginning to say the body does not have a given sexual telos.